Now, this video is gonna be about OBB volume. So volume is actually very important. Many traders they are trading based on triangles, rectangles, whatever they see in the charts. Actually, I posted many videos about it. Like I don't follow that way of trading. For me, it's just a classic way of trading because it's very easy to see just a rectangle, triangle, whatever you want to see right in the charts. It depends on your mood, right? You want to open a long position, you will see a bull flag maybe, or you want to short, maybe you will see a bear flag. It depends, right? So that's why in this case, as you can see here, I don't like to draw lines or something like that in my chart. So now volume is one way, actually for me it's the best way to see what actually market makers they are doing, and the reason is simple, is because it's very hard for them to manipulate the price. They can, of course, they can manipulate the price. You will see many times the volume is not good, but the price is actually rising, and the reason is because, well, market makers they can do it, yes, but that is gonna be actually is when you have a bull or bear trap. It depends, right, on the situation. So let me show you. So in this example, I'm gonna show you how to use some volume balance. Very simple rules. First of all, here you need to understand how this indicator is working. First of all, here you have the seller line. The seller line actually is very important here because it's gonna tell us if we are bullish or we are bearish in volume, of course, right? Many times you will see the price actually is pumping without volume, and actually is when you have a beautiful setups for start looking for maybe shorts or something like that. So the rule is very simple. As long as the volume is above zero line, we are bullish. We are looking for maybe potential pullbacks or maybe accumulation or something like that, or consolidation, and we are looking for a move to the upside. When the volume is below zero line, technically speaking, if you see a bounce or you see a pump, maybe it's not something you are expecting. Maybe actually it's gonna be a bull trap, or maybe it's gonna be a sell opportunity. So that is the rule. Now let's continue with more things. First, you have here the middle line, as you can see here, this line is the MA55. Yes, same MA55 as we are using here in price action. Also, I'm using here for volume. Now, when you see here the OBB here above the seller line here, yes, sorry, the MA55, technically speaking, the volume is coming in. So you can expect what? Maybe consolidation, maybe accumulation, and in some point you will see a trend. When you see the volume is trending, usually this is telling you the market is bullish, and you will see a major bounce in the price action. As you can see here, all this area was bullish. So you can see actually bulls they try it actually very hard to push the price to the upside. Now, in the moment when you see the volume OBB losing the exponential here, well, is when you have problems, because this kind of price action or volume is telling you, well, the market is not very healthy. It could be maybe possible, maybe it's an uptrend, the price is still in uptrend, but maybe you will see a break. For example, here, let me show you here, many times you will see what is gonna do the market before even the price action. No, sorry, let me rephrase this. You will see the move even before in volume than the price. It's very funny, right? Because mostly all the indicators they are telling you, or many YouTubers said, you know what, the indicators will follow the price. Yes, you're right, but in this case, in my own theory is the volume actually is dictating the direction of the price. So what? Yes, because the theory is very simple. When you have a lot of volume, well, that means, well, in some point the price is going to react because you have a lot of volume coming in to the markets, and you will see a big pump. Yeah, the same thing is going to happen if you see, for example, the price is pumping but the volume is decreasing. So this is telling you something not good is going to happen. In this case, it's going to break down. So for example, in this case, sorry, we have a very healthy bull market here, yeah, for maybe January, February, March, April, 4 months, 3-4 months here, as you can see here. And after that, what happened? Bitcoin was in sideways here in consolidation, well, below the MA55. Technically speaking, was broken, yes, and we have a buy signal here. But what happened here? OBB broke first the MA55 in volume. So this is telling you, well, even with this bounce, there is a very good chance we will not see a continuation. Looks like it's gonna break down, yeah, because volume is telling me this, right? It's not healthy. That is the point I'm trying to say. So because it's not healthy, 1 second, let me see. Okay, never mind. So as you can see here, this move to the downside was technically predicted by OBB. Maybe yes, you can say it, because this is not healthy. Now, when you see OBB breaking zero line here, yeah, is when you will see actually continuation. It's gonna be even worse. It's gonna be worse, as you can see here. More downside here. So when you see OBB below zero line here, technically speaking, all the bounces you will see for Bitcoin in this case, or any asset, is gonna be a sell opportunity. Testing the zero line, MA55 breaking down, MA55 breaking down, testing again MA55 trying to break, and after that breaking down, MA55 breaking down. You see, always the same pattern. Of course, when you see the volume is rising more, and it's very close to the zero line here, this is telling you, well, there is maybe some accumulation, maybe something is about to happen, like maybe you cannot be too bearish anymore. So after that, what happened after that? As you can see here, we have another drop here. Again, volume is not healthy here, but you see this, what happened here? The volume here with curve, and we have curve, and we have OBB. As you can see here, when you see this kind of move, right, it's like very healthy like this. The move was here, right? Here, it was here. So if you see here, OBB was actually very healthy. The gap between the MA55 and volume OBB, it was actually expanding, right? It was increasing. So this is telling you, well, you will see a new trend. So as you can see here, we have all this momentum here. And what happened? From this point to all of this point, as you can see here, we have this momentum. Now, same as RSI, same as other indicators, we have, well, bearish or bullish variance. In this case, we have a bullish variance from this point and this point in curve, and also plus we have a bearish variance from this point and this point. Now, rules for OBB, every time same as MA55. You can apply the same rules. When it's breaking down, testing here the MA55, and after that, continuation to the downside. So in price action, if I don't see the price, I'm gonna open a short position here, exactly here, where is gonna be, where, let me show you here, and it's here around the top, $25,000, 500, 150, even before the curve. That's why OBB is my lead indicator, because OBB can tell you, you know how to use it properly, right? Because it's gonna take a long time. Well, and you will get actually better entries than curve, because curve you will have, if you have to do that, you will enter in short around here when you are actually at $23,000, as you can see here, right? Of course, you will get some result, very good result actually, yes, in this case. But OBB actually, for one reason, very strong reason, is my lead indicator, because I can see this kind of signals before, right? For example, here we have another bearish variance in this point, and this point, as you can see here, this point and this point. But here, as you can see, the volume here was here. Bitcoin, in this case, OBB was breaking down here. Let me see here. Yes, breaking down here. In this case, was not very good example. I mean, sorry. The thing is, like, as I said before, like many indicators, you cannot get the same signal It's not perfect, right? But that's why you have to find the patterns. For example, here in the next video, I'm going to explain the top 5 rules you have to follow in my system. To actually, if you follow them, it's like a check, right? Okay, is healthy? Yes. It's not trend? Yes. It's this and that. And after that, you have maybe from 5 checks, you have 3 or 4. Yes, I mean, like actually they pass. Is when you can take actions. Sometimes the best trading is not trading. Okay, so let me show you here what happened here. Right now, Bitcoin, technically speaking, as you can see here, we have its downside here, forming a bullish variance here from this point and this point. And now you are watching the strongest setup I have in my system of trading. When Core and OBB, they are in the same line, in the same page. Both they are showing bullish variance. There is a very strong possibility you will see a move to the upside. Same thing to the downside. Now here, now we have this momentum here. Now it's breaking here to the 55. Perfect, good, totally fine. Now we have a bearish setup forming right now for Bitcoin. Let me show you why. Because now OBB is set in the 55, as you can see here. The prediction is going to be to the downside, right? And curve is about to test the seller line here. So as long as Bitcoin is below $30,200, I mean this pivot here, it's just about time you will see Bitcoin in sideways here potentially, and after that dropping to the downside. Okay, why? Because this is going to be rejection, and potentially you will see a sell signal here. So this is something you have to, of course, with experience, because technically speaking, you will have to wait for confirmation. But after many years doing this, maybe you can anticipate the move a little bit. In this case, for example, I am in short position looking for this setup right now, something like this. So in my case, my stop loss is around maybe around above the previous high, around $3,300. 1 second. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, so as you can see here, the seller line is testing here. So my expectation, right? My expectation is Bitcoin is gonna break down, right? It's something like this. So this setup I'm looking for right in 1-day chart. So it will, I know if I open a short position right now, because it's 1-day chart, it will take maybe 1 week. So all this week. So as long as Bitcoin is not above $30,000, 250, 300, I will be safe in this case. So my risk is around 1.45%, and my potential target should be around $27,000, 300 under. So I am looking for this setup. It's gonna take a long time, maybe yes. I could be wrong, of course yes, but it's part of risk management. Now, formally speaking, I have to wait for the signal, yes, but in this case, I am using more, first of all, my experience. Second, I am using another system of trading, like 3-screen system. You can read a book, Trading the Sun, and in this book you will learn what I'm talking about. So the idea is very simple. You just have 4-hour chart in this case, 12-hour chart in this case, and the last is 1-day chart. All together at the same time will tell you something. So you apply the system in different time frames, and you will get a result. In this case, for example, let me do it quickly here. For example, if I have 3 screens here, I can split the screen, right? Here, here, and here. This one is gonna be 4-hour chart. This one is gonna be 12-hour chart. And this one is 1-day chart, perfect. So in 4-hour chart, this is telling me, okay, so Bitcoin, well, let's start with 1-day chart. 1-day chart is telling me this. So this is, if we use a volume profile here, let me show you here, volume profile, technicals, profiles. Okay, good. As you can see here, Bitcoin is below the volume profile here. So resistance, yes. So as long as Bitcoin is below this area, it's to the downside, that's it, okay. So if we see time, well, Bitcoin is about to test a seller line here, maybe today, yes. Testing the M55 usually is a rejection. Usually it's like that, right? Of course, it's not always, but usually it's like that. And if we see 12-hour chart, well, if we have if we have the timing here, what is doing here, Bitcoin crossing the seller line here without volume, without volume, because this is but it's bullish, golden cross. No, it's below the seller line, so this is just a bounce, technically speaking. So as you see here, so as long as Bitcoin is below, is in this area, so everything should be fine in this case, in my projection to the downside. Now if we see 4-hour chart here, I mean, the hill here is actually quite high, right? Quite high here. So we can think maybe 70, 80, or almost 90% of development. So we can see maybe another leg down here. So as long as Bitcoin is below this area, $30,000, 200, I am looking for, actually this is gonna be potentially a pull trap. That's it. Okay guys, thank you for watching and see you in the next video.